With what we've just learned about semantic HTML elements, we can now apply these to our project. Adding these will not change the appearance inside the browser, but instead it will add some meaningful structure to our web page, which is great for the browser and other developers too. In the index.html page, let's begin from the very top by adding the header element in place of this surrounding div. So the opening tag just above the text or h1 can be replaced with header. Then at the bottom of this section, just below the unordered list, we can then close off this header section too. Now a web browser or developer can clearly see that this is the header section, rather than just a generic div container. If we were to save that and then reload, we don't see any difference inside the browser. The same goes for the sidebar. We can replace the div element with the aside element, which we've seen before. So scrolling down below the header, above shop by, we can replace this div with aside. And then down at the bottom, below the unordered list for the prices, change this to with aside. Inside of this aside section, we also have two sections nested inside. One for this category list, which is this section just here, and then one section for the prices. I'm going to separate these by surrounding each with a section element. So just below shop by, let's add a section element. And then let's copy the level 3 heading of category. In fact, let's cut this out all the way down to the bottom of the unordered list. So Command or Control X to cut this out. And then we can place this inside of the section. So this is our first section here for the categories. And then below this, let's add a second section, which is going to be for the prices. So again, we can copy the level 3 heading right down to the end of the prices unordered list. Command or Control X to cut this out, and then paste this inside of the section. So now we have our two sections inside of the sidebar. Give that a save. Let's check everything's okay in the browser. We see no difference, so that looks all fine. So these sections we just created typically contain a heading. We already have these H3 headings in place here, so we're covered for this. Moving down outside of the sidebar, so let's go below this closing aside section. The products will be the main section. Remember from the last video, we also have this main element, which we can add. This will replace this surrounding div element, which goes around the one product we already have. So the opening tag of div can be replaced with main. And then down at the very bottom, close the main section off. At the very bottom of the page, we can also make use of the footer element too. So this is the last div section of the page, which is the footer. So let's simply change this to be the new HTML5 footer elements. And give that a save. And over to the browser, reload. And we don't see any difference, but now we have the semantic tags in place. We also said in the last video there is now a nav element. This is used to represent major navigation areas. Our header and footer menu links to other pages on our website. So this could be a good use case for the nav element. First, let's add this around the footer area. So just after the footer opening tag, we can add our opening nav and closing tag. Let's cut this out, indent this in a little bit, and then paste in the closing nav. So make sure yours looks like this. We have the footer area, nested inside we have the nav, and then we have our unordered list with our free links. Then we can also repeat this for the header section too at the top. Just after text store, we can open up the nav, and then we can cut out the closing tag, which has been automatically added in for us. Add this, under the unordered list. And we can also indent this in a little, just so it's more readable. So save and just refresh and check this is all looking fine, which it all seems to be. We still have our links in place and nothing looks any different, but we now have more descriptive or semantic elements now structuring our web page.